If you've been around these past, I'd say 2 to 3 days, you already know Snunt's been getting exposed left and right. Honestly, the mask is slipping, and I was gonna keep quiet, but then I thought, why should I? Why let his threats shut me up when this is literally the best time to speak out? He's crumbling anyway, so let's add the juice to the pile. I stayed quiet for a long time because I was threatened and intimidated, but I've decided I can't remain silent anymore. While others are exposing him, I'm adding my own story because the truth deserves to be heard. I just turned 15 today, big girl things I know, and honestly, I'm not wasting another year letting some almost 20-year-old loser control the narrative about me. His time's up. And let me just say this real quick, the internet eats up drama so fast, but you lot need to stop blindly believing everything you hear. Lies like this, the ones that's not made about me, can literally ruin lives, and when those lies come from a grown man trying to bully a child, yeah, you should probably question his motives. In the core of the issue, Snunt has produced 3 separate videos targeting me. The third video has since been privated, but the first 2 remain public. In the second 2 videos, he accused me of some of the worst things you could accuse a person of, including sexually abusing my own younger brother. That claim is false. It was false when he said it in his second video, it was false when he repeated it in his third video, and it will always be false. I addressed it directly in a response video after he first made a claim, yet he chose to repeat it again. This is important to me that this is clear to everyone watching. Those accusations are nothing but lies. Before we even get into the videos, there's something that shows who we're dealing with. There's been a few clips going around of Snunt planning to extort me.
We're talking right now, but they had to log in.
Do that, though?
Huh?
Are you sure you want Maya to be the one to do that?
Maya's the only one that she trusts. Plus, if you like send her a link and it beams her account, she has ammo on you. She's like, oh, this famous YouTuber beam my account.
Exactly. So same thing with you're acting like Maya isn't. You're acting like Maya's some random.
Maya is not as relevant. Okay, like we're not gonna acknowledge it after it. Okay, I was gonna tell Maya to delete the DMs after her. So like we're not gonna acknowledge it. Her account's just gonna be gone away from her. We're not even gonna tell her. We're not gonna be like, yo, delete the videos. We're just gonna take her account and then that's that. And then afterwards,
we're gonna take her Roblox account.
Yeah, basically.
What does this do for us?
Huh?
What does that do for us though?
You kind of leverage, but we have to be smart about it because I don't want to like say anything in like a chat and be like, yo, delete the videos and all. Like, no. Look, because websites either do this. Like, if I click the website, like, and nothing's gonna bad happen to me unless I put something in. If they put something in, either it'll be a legit beaming website and they'll send me the information and I can take their account with information, or they'll look at it and they'll take the account. They'll take the accounts for themselves. Either one or the other. Either way, regardless, we're taking away her account.
What? Okay, no, okay, bro, we're not extorting. Okay, I just want to humiliate her, bro. And I don't know why.
Yes, we are.
No, bro, what? What is the point? Look, you're saying like, there's no point, bro. We're beaming her account for what? What's the point of doing that? That's literally nothing. If you do a video, you get
I don't know why Snunt. I don't know why Snunt's beaming her, bro. I don't know.
I'm saying,
making a video and getting
views
is I just don't. Beaming her account.
I just don't want this narrative around at all. I don't want there to be any YouTube videos.
There's not going to be a narrative.
Oh, yeah, that's a predator.
There's not, bro. Let's think of a 5-year-old say,
bro, at least one nigga will look at the video and be like, yeah, that's true.
Bro, it's not, my nigga. Bro, Landon. Okay, I want you to explain to me, like, in a logical, valid reason on how this is gonna damage you. Like, this 14-year-old making the video, and she's gonna say like,
it's not gonna damage me, but it's literally, it's just annoying. It's a minor inconvenience, bro. It's a minor inconvenience. And for a minor inconvenience, I would kill her.
When he was asked why, his justification was out of a so-called threat.
In this VC, we were talking about different ways to get rid of a threat. The conversation was serious in nature, but this girl is a genuine threat to me, my family, and my server members, my community. But
at the time, he was 19 years old. I was 14. Think about that. A legal adult planning to extort a minor and trying to justify it. A whole grown man targeting a kid because he thought she was dangerous. That speaks volumes about the type of person he is and the lengths he is willing to go to control others. He addressed this in his now taken down video due to being mass supported, but he was lucky just chatting bare shit upon line, trying to say that he was joking. Like, brother, you were 100% not joking. And even if, for the sake of argument, you were joking, which you clearly weren't, who jokes about extortion? That's not funny, that's not banter, that's just sick. Especially when so many vulnerable kids actually go through shit like that. Another thing I need to address is the claim that I've been stalking him. The accusation is ridiculous when you look at the facts. He's the one who repeatedly inserted himself into spaces I was in. For example, he joined the server I was active in just so he can monitor what I was saying every day and I went back to my dad with screenshots, ultimately trying to get me in trouble. Most of the messages he saw were me joking and playing around, but he chose to twist them into something else. On top of that, he even joined my old server on another account, a server that's not been leaked. He joined back in May, and I didn't realize until like a few days ago, because the account wasn't named Snunt at the time. He only just changed the name to Snunt recently after his main account got limited, and he decided to make this all his main. Yet somehow, I'm the one being accused of stalking him. The hypocrisy speaks for itself. Now let's go through the videos one by one real quick. His first video targeted me directly, spreading false claims and attempting to paint me as someone dangerous. This is the start of his campaign against me. In his second video, he escalated things and introduced the most harmful lie of all, that I sexually abused my younger brother. I made a video shortly after that to respond, but I directly denied those claims and explained why they were false. His third video was posted later, and in that one he went even further. He not only repeated the same false accusations, but he also dragged my father into the situation, a person who has absolutely nothing to do with YouTube or Roblox. My father is completely uninvolved in any of this, yet Snunt used him as part of his smear campaign. That video has now been privated, but simply privating a video didn't raise the damage it caused or the fact that he chose to involve my family in his attacks. When his third video was posted, I was ready to respond immediately, but I didn't because he threatened me with a lawsuit if I spoke up. Imagine being 14 years old and being told by a 19-year-old adult that you'll face legal action if you defend yourself. That threat worked for a while. It scared me into silence, but I'm speaking now because I've realized that silence only allows lies to spread further. His threats no longer control me. Think about that for a second. I was 14 at the time, he was 19. A grown man threatening a child with legal action, all because I wanted to defend myself against lies he spread. That's not normal, that's intimidation. Imagine being a minor and having an adult throw around words like lawsuit just to shut you up. But here's the thing, silence only helps him. Staying quiet gave him space to repeat his lies over and over, while I had to sit there and take it. And that's exactly why I'm speaking up now. His threats don't scare me anymore. I'm done letting empty threats control my voice. I also want to make it clear that I attempted to resolve this peacefully. I told him directly, if he took down his videos about me, I would take down mine as well. That would have been the end of it. But instead of choosing peace, he chose escalation. He uploaded yet another video, even after the first two. That decision showed me that his goal was never resolution. His goal was to drag things out and create more drama for his own benefit. Before I even get into the deeper personal side of this, I want to talk about the mental toll this whole thing has had on me. When you're 14 and you have a 19-year-old that's big as a platform as Snunt has, making videos about you, calling you names, spreading lies and threatening lawsuits, it's obviously going to be very overwhelming. I started second guessing myself, wondering if people I thought were friends secretly believed his lies. It made me feel isolated, paranoid and constantly on edge. The worst part is that I knew the things he was saying weren't true. But when something that serious is put out there publicly, it doesn't matter if it's a lie, people will run with it. The fear of being defined by those lies or person. At one point, I genuinely thought the safest option was just to stay silent forever and let people think whatever they wanted, because at least then he would stop targeting me. That's the kind of pressure his words put me under, and no one should ever have to feel like their only option is silence whilst a grown man builds a narrative around them. This is not just drama to me, these are not just videos. The accusations he spread attack the core of who I am and what I've survived. I am a survivor of sexual abuse myself. I know firsthand the pain, the trauma, and the lifelong scars it causes. I trusted people who hurt me. That's reality, and because I've lived through that, I could never put my younger brother or anyone through the same suffering. For Snunt to take my past trauma and weaponize it against me is beyond cruel. It shows a complete lack of empathy and humanity. It also re-traumatized me, forcing me to relive experiences I've spent years trying to recover from. No one should ever have to endure that. What Snunt said about me didn't just hurt because it was a lie, it hurt because of what I've lived through. I trusted people I thought I could rely on, and they betrayed that trust in the worst possible way. That's something I carry with me every single day. And because I've lived through that trauma, I could never put my younger brother or anyone for that matter through the same suffering. To accuse me of doing the very thing that destroyed parts of my own childhood is beyond cruel. It's not just a false claim, it's weaponizing my own trauma against me. When he repeated those lies, it didn't just damage my reputation online, it dragged me back into memories I've been trying to heal from for years. It forced me to relive experiences that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. That's why this is bigger than drama, bigger than YouTube videos, bigger than Roblox. This is about someone taking the worst thing that's ever happened to me and using it as a weapon to silence me. to control me and to destroy my image. I want to emphasize why I'm speaking now. This is not just about me. This is about a pattern of behavior. A 19-year-old adult tried to extort a minor. He publicly spread lies about our minor. He dragged uninvolved family members into the situation. He threatened legal action to silence me and repeatedly chose escalation over resolution. Right now, people are finally waking up to who Snunt really is. He's being exposed left and right and his whole image is falling apart. That's why now is the time for me to speak, because my truth adds to the bigger picture. He is already facing exposure and criticism from others for his actions in different situations. This isn't just my story, it's part of a much larger picture of his behavior. People are finally seeing the type of person he really is. So what do I want? I want the truth on record. I want the false accusations removed. I want my family left out of this, and I want people to think critically before believing harmful lies spread online. I don't want harassment campaigns, I don't want endless back and forth. What I want is accountability, fairness, and the chance to move forward without having my name tied to baseless, damaging claims. To everyone who has supported me, thank you. Your kindness has meant more to me than you know. Please take this as a reminder to always look for proof before you believe what you see online. False accusations can destroy lives and no one should ever have to go for that shit. Stay safe and don't let toxic people silence you.